Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 11, because AMC released some promo images for Episode 11, some really good, clear stills that we're going to discuss. And then also, we got some information about beta for Season 9 that I want to discuss, and when we could expect him in Season 9. We're going to discuss all that in this video today. But before I do begin, if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, hit that subscribe button. But let's get started. Alright, let's get into these stills. So the first still is this one right here. We have the Hilltoppers surrounding the doors, just looking outside. And I love this image. We've seen this before, so I'm going to skim right through it. But this is when Alpha's at the gates, obviously, and I think Daryl opens the gates to go talks to Alpha, and everybody just huddles up right there because nobody wants to step close to Alpha. I'm sure everybody's kind of scared, and this is like a lot of people here, you know, like there's people in the back here. Everybody wants to get a peek at Alpha. Because man, she is terrifying. And speaking of terrifying, the next one is of Alpha, and I love this shot right here. Man, Alpha, they did such a great job with Alpha, you know, the mask and not even, you know, her actual look. You know, round of applause to Greg Nicotero and the makeup and art team, because dude, like, I mean, we always knew Alpha was gonna come to the show. It was inevitable, but just like, I mean, just imagining Alpha on the show, still somehow when they actually bring in Alpha, it exceeds my expectations. This is such an amazing look at Alpha, and I'm just so happy right now with The Walking Dead. Next shot we have of Daryl. Again, we've seen this one before, but this is him at the front of the gates. The next one we haven't seen before. This is Alpha and Daryl, and I love this shot also. And also another thing that I really like about this whole thing is that there's a big moment in The Walking Dead that isn't in a mid-season finale or isn't in a finale. Like usually, you know, for example, with the Negan story, you know, whenever Negan would come to Alexandria, it would have to be like a season finale or a mid-season finale. This is totally different. This is like episode 11, just a random episode in the middle of the season. Alpha comes to the hilltop. Like, I love Angela King knows what fans like, and you know, I remember just like a couple seasons, like just last season actually, The Walking Dead would get ragged on saying that you only need to watch, you know, the first episode, the 8th episode, the 9th episode, and the 16th episode or something like that. And that was honestly kind of true because the Negan story did drag on a long time. And you know, now in season 9, that's not true at all. Like, you can't miss an episode like this. You can't even miss last episode. There's a lot of important episodes that are just thrown in the middle, which is great. And I think that's why this season we're seeing like a steady rate for the viewership. Like, there's no, like, you know, since episode 1 of season 9, it's been about the same amount of viewers each episode, even after Rick left, even after Jesus died. Like, it's been around the same because each episode has, all the episodes this season has been really good. There's like 1 or 2 episodes, you know, episode 5 and episode 8 that are better than all the other episodes, but other than that, the rest of the episodes are grouped pretty much together. And if I had to rank each and every single episode, I would have a tough time doing it because, like I said, I know the best episode probably, but after that, you know, the rest of the episodes have been all really good. So, you know, this season has been, you know, if the season keeps it up, it could go down as one of the best seasons of Walking Dead. I'm just saying that right now. Next, we have a shot of Daryl and Henry, and this is inside the gates. And I'm sure this is going to be when they're figuring out what to do, because I'm sure Alpha's going to give them like a time, or like a time limit or something. Kind of like the governor did, you know, when he came to the gates, he was like, you guys need to go make your decision now. Now, obviously, that did not go well at all. Rick didn't even make it back inside. They just started firing at each other. But Alpha, I think she's gonna be like, you need to go inside and make a decision, or she probably isn't even gonna say that. She's probably gonna say like, go inside and get my daughter. And then Daryl's probably gonna go inside and make a decision, and everybody's gonna be talking to him. Obviously, Henry's gonna be like, you can't give her up. But when she brings out Luke and Alden, I'm sure Daryl's gonna have to be like, I don't know, dude, we might have to give Lydia back, and he probably is gonna give her back. Next, we got another good shot of Alpha talking to a Whisperer. And this is probably just them like maybe waiting around, and I want to see the Whisperers actually talk, like you know, full on talk, you know, not really whisper. I mean, obviously they're gonna whisper, but I want to see conversations between the Whisperers. That's what I'm saying. I think that'll be pretty cool. Next image is another good shot of Alpha and the Whisperers in front of her gates. And these are a lot of Whisperers. And in the trailer we got for episode 11, we have even more Whisperers coming in. So I think maybe, you know, they're waiting out there, and maybe, you know, Daryl and the group, they're taking too long to bring out Lydia. And Alpha, you know, brings out more Whisperers just to scare them. In the last shot we got of the hilltop is the group up here looking over. And we have Enid up here, so I'm sure this is later on in the episode when maybe Daryl goes and gives Lydia to Alpha, because we have Enid and they're all looking. They're probably just watching the trade or something. But moving on, we have some Kingdom photos also. Back to the Kingdom finally. We haven't seen the Kingdom that much this season, and I miss my Kingdomers. But this is the first image right here. We have Jerry looking inside this building. There's a bunch of walkers, and they're gonna be in a little town. We saw in the trailer there's like a theater or something, so they're gonna be scavenging, probably getting ready for the fair. We have this image right here of the Kingdomers, and then moving on. This is an interesting one. We have a mask right here. Now, the teeth are decayed. I don't see a body, but I don't know if they're. I don't know if I'm seeing this right, but I don't think this is just a head. Maybe I just can't see the body. Because I was thinking maybe a Whisper, but obviously the teeth are way too decayed to be a Whisper. But this is an interesting photo. I feel like if they're releasing it as a still, it's gonna have some sort of, some sort of meaning to the episode. But also, the synopsis for episode 11 reads that the Kingdom runs into some danger while they're scavenging. So I do think the Whispers, what is danger? That's a good question, Is it a walker or is it a Whisper? I think it's going to be a Whisper. But that's related to Beta. We're going to talk about that too. One more image of, or another image of the Kingdom on horseback. And this is like in a little city they are in. And man, I can't wait for the scavenging. I really can, because that's something that I always enjoyed when watching The Walking Dead, just seeing characters scavenge. It just feels like old school zombie apocalypse stuff. Some shots of King Ezekiel, and wow, this is one more shot of Alpha, and this is an incredible shot of Alpha. If I look at this any longer, I'm definitely gonna get some nightmares. But like I said, man, like Greg Nicotero and the team, look at the attention to detail they did with her. That's not even her mask, just her natural look. That's even more terrifying than the mask, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, the mask is, she's scarier than the mask. But anyways, with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed those stills. But I want to talk a little bit about Beta and the Kingdom, because I do think there is that possibility of Beta being in episode 11. There's a lot of people saying that Beta will make an appearance in episode 11. Now, I don't know how accurate this is. I don't know where this information came from. Some people are saying like the wiki or something, but I haven't heard anything about this. But I'm saying, if Beta appears in episode 11, man, we are getting treated as fans, because Alpha episode 10, now Beta episode 11. I do think it's possible though, and maybe it is with the Kingdom, because like I said, the synopsis for the Kingdom reads that they run into a danger, like their quest turns dangerous or something like that. So again, dangerous. What is dangerous? Obviously right now the main threat is the Whisperer. So I think, it turning dangerous would most likely be the Whisperers. I don't think it would refer to the walkers as dangerous. I feel like, the characters run into walker problems like almost every single episode. So I don't think it would refer to walkers as dangerous. So I do think they are going to run into some Whisperers during this episode. But there's also a trailer we got a couple weeks ago, and we have Beta right here, and he is inside of just like a dark abandoned building. At first I was thinking this would be the Sanctuary, because it looks like a factory or something, like an old building. That's what the Sanctuary is. And then I always thought that Beta's first appearance would most likely be with Daryl when he goes to the Sanctuary to look for Negan. But that is not what's happening anymore. I don't think so. So this could be like maybe that theater that King Ezekiel and Carol are going to. And I think it would be pretty cool if King Ezekiel and Carol run into the Whisperers, because I don't see the Kingdom running it. I don't see the Kingdom, coming back to Alexandria or the Hilltop or anything. I don't see them being involved with any other the groups until the fair. So they're going to run into Whisperer problems of their own. And I think if they run into Beta, that would be pretty cool. And Beta's character, I mean, we always say Alpha looks like a character straight out of a horror movie. And that's definitely true. But man, so does Beta. And they could definitely make it really cool with this, old movie theater. And, it's dark in there. And they're, slowly getting creeped on by Beta. Like, they could definitely make it an ominous, dark episode. And I really hope they do that, because Beta is a character you could play around with and, make it a horror movie type vibe. But nothing is 100% confirmed. I would honestly be more shocked if we get Beta if we didn't, just because, first of all, Beta comes a little bit later in the comics also, but we just got Alpha, and this episode looks to be focusing mainly on Alpha, and then also the Kingdom scavenging. But just because of that, them saying run into some danger, I just feel like it has to be a whisper, because walkers aren't. I mean, walkers are dangerous, but I don't think it would refer to in a synopsis as dangerous. But I do think there is a huge possibility of Beta coming in this episode. If he does, it's most likely gonna be probably like towards the end of the episode, and that would make a badass ending. It would be a really cool cliffhanger if Beta, shows up at the end. Like, that would be awesome. But let me know in the comments down below, do you think Beta is gonna show up in this episode, or do you not think he's gonna show up? Or what do you think would be the best introduction for Beta? Do you want him, you want this first introduction to be with Daryl, with Henry, because we know he's gonna run into Henry also, we saw that in the trailer? Or would you like it to be in this episode with the Kingdom? All your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. But I am gonna wrap it up there. Like I said, in the comments down below, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you guys for all the support on these videos. I truly do appreciate it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to hit the subscribe button for daily content just like this, and I'll see you guys later.